Hello everybody, welcome back to Elden Ring. In this one we're going to be dealing with the Nokron City. This is a small part of the underground. When we get into there, I'm going to explain something for you guys because on the original walkthrough people seem to misunderstand something about Nokron City. And that it is split into 3 parts, and basically as we go down here there are separations in what the zones are actually called. So Nokron City is only the starter area, so if you were to look at the map, this part here is called Nokron City. This part here is called Knight's Sacred Ground, and this part here is called Hallowhorn Grounds, okay? So in this episode we're going to deal with Nokron City, which is this upper part here, and we'll end here with the Mimic tier boss. If you want more of the stuff, don't say I have missed it. It is not Nokron City. The part down here is Knight's Sacred Ground, which is going to be a future episode. I'm sorry if that sounds really horrible, but a lot of people were like, hey, you didn't do Nokron City. I was like, I did. It's all there in the episode. So we're just going to make our way down now anyways. Whoops, I jumped too far. It's going to kill me. No, it didn't. I was lucky. I hit the ledge. So we're going to come over here, like this. We're going to head on into the big opening. Lots of stuff is now accessible to us. So this is going to be a fairly long kind of consecutive area, which is probably going to be kind of nice because it means it's going to feed into itself real nice. There won't be quite as much fast traveling as there has been in the previous episodes. Not so much bitting and bobbing around. You just kind of progress forward together, which is nice. Now that we've got 60 intelligence, there will be less of a feeling of need to keep on pumping that. That being said, we're going to switch to the actual staff I've been saving for. Yeah, nothing there. So as you can see, Nokron City, that's where we are now. So it should, no, it hasn't done yet, should appear on the map as we start getting further down. First things first, we're going to want the Ghost Flame Torch. It's a unique item, we need to get them all. So jump trick, again, anybody that's been following the series should know this, but basically jump, hold your sprint button so that when we press forward in a second we'll already be in the sprint animation. That's going to make making this jump considerably easy for you. I'm going to do the same thing here. And here is the ingredient we needed to make the where are we? The uplifting aromatic. So we are now able to use these. So anybody that's been saving up their Arteria leaves, well done you. You are now able to use a very strong, potent item. This will basically give you a bubble of 90% damage reduction for I think like a minute-ish, plus some extra damage. So I'm going to leave things like this for you guys to use just because Arteria leaves are a limited resource for now and they're a pain in the ass to farm later. So I feel like it's a good thing for me to allow anybody following the walkthrough to use things like that whilst I'm not really using them, so that you kind of give yourself a little bit of an advantage if you are struggling with something. Right, so we're going to head on around here now, clear our way forward. I'm using Great Glintstone Shard now. I forgot. I don't need to fire twice at a lot of things. So I decided because we've got the upgraded staff, we're going to upgrade our spell. So now damage is looking quite nice. And the thing here is it means that most of the time we don't have to cast Pebble twice. So this is going to make a lot of things much quicker for us to deal with. Nothing around the corner, we're all good. Rune Arc. That thing there is practically a trap. Oh, wait. I'm sure there was one behind. No, not one behind, but not. But basically it kind of just works out that these are going to try and start shooting stuff at you if you start trying to chase it. And all it gives you is health flasks anyway, so... Where is it? I thought there was some that came behind. Interesting. Anyway. I thought there was some that like fired arrows at you from behind, but doesn't seem to be happening. So, next up we're going to jump across. Not really much to say other than we've got some new enemies down here. These aren't even difficult, and they give pretty decent runes for their for how easy they are to defeat. So you can rack up a good amount of runage here. Oh, that guy fell straight off. Not quite one-shotting him, that's a shame. Ghost Glove Fort 3. It's ridiculous to think that. I think we've already gotten loot up to like +6. This area should be fairly good for us to do. We haven't even done the gargoyle at the entrance to the... Oh, that's another 8k runes we can get. Oh, we should have done it. We should have done that. We haven't done the gargoyle at the entrance to Gorenk. I forgot. So, I think Nokron City as an icon should come up pretty soon. Yeah, Nokron City. There we go. Bam. That's Nokron City. And then when we get down here, this is going to be Night Sacred Ground. It reached. It's real nice having some good damage out. And it kind of starts begging the question of, do we really need the rocks? Now, we won't get the same stagger ability that you get on the rocks, but the damage is just so much better for us now. How quickly the rune's gone up. 32k already. Can't ride here, can you? No, we can't ride until after the mimicked here. There's a little bit of loot over this way. We have to jump for it, I think we do. No, don't have to, but did anyway. Smithing Stone 3. It is kind of funny. We did so much powering up, so much of the game to make sure that Radahn was not going to be a challenge, really. This way then there's a lot of enemies in here, so just be careful. At least I thought there was a lot. Only 2. Thought we got mobbed in here. Never mind. Arvoltia. The all-important. That's more like it. Now there should be a... I think is this? Yeah, there we go. Great shield sword rashes, we want those. Apparently it's quite good actually, because they've all got shields. Apparently they're quite tanky. I really haven't used them, but people have told me that they're pretty good. Particularly as a mage, because it's a group of tanky shield-bearing enemies that poke stuff, so it's kind of nice. That's with this. Deal with you. Down last stairs. We're almost there for the boss. And we probably will end this at the end of actual Nokron City. It's that there, Night Sacred Ground. I don't want to hop on about it, but I got a lot of complaints because apparently that's supposed to be part of this video. So down here we go. Something, I thought something dropped off here. Here we go. Larval tier number 2. It's all of the loot done, all of the loot done. And then now we're going to choose the mimics here because it's funny. So the boss in here is a mimic of what you currently have equipped. Now, being as you can still re-equip in here, all you need to do is this. Dooloo. How's that for you, huh? Get my rapier on. Get my staff on. Now, basically can't do anything. Oop. I guess it's probably going to have good magic resistance, but other than that. Damn it, you gotta heal off. Let's try not to let it. Cool, there we go, that's dealt with. Nice and easy. So with that done, what we'll do is... oh, I can't mount here. We can in a second, don't we? It's just up here. It's weird that they do that, but hey ho. Where are we? Should be Scarab. There you are. So what we'll do is we'll move on around to the next grace, which sets us up for the Night Sacred Ground. So anybody looking for that part, well, that's what we're going to do next. So all we need to do, we're just going to come straight on down this way. We'll deal with all of the Hollow Horn grounds as its own video as well. We'll do that after Night Sacred Ground, because I think most people seem to look for this part, the next part anyway. When they're coming down here, that's how it feels. Yeah, we don't go down there. There is like a bit of loot that you can drop off for, but I don't think it was worth it when I did it. But anyway, we're going to just run past all this. This is the same deal as before when we were down here, so you light all of these. They'll put flames on top of, where are we, the pillars over there, where the archway is. And then that allows us to fight basically a slightly upgraded version of the same boss that it was before. It's a little bit cooler, it's a bit more glowy. Realistically speaking, not really too different. So, that's where we'll end this episode. I know it's probably shorter, but as you can see, that is Nokron Eternal City. This is going to be Night's Sacred Ground, which we'll do in the next episode. See you guys soon for that.